one for your solutions in terms of dealing with sour grapes. When we look at dealing with fear of loss when it comes to position and status, what you want to do is this: ask, don't tell. Let me explain. So asking and ask, don't tell is what you don't want to do is tell them how they're supposed to feel, because that'll just make sour grapes worse. So if you're dealing with somebody who's upset and disgruntled, you don't want to say, hey, you know, how are you feeling about this? I think you should be feeling this. So an example of this, when I resigned from an organization I worked with, and it was a difficult resignation and there was lots of complicating factors in there. The CEO said to me, oh, I bet you feel relieved now. And it just made me even more angry. I'm like, no, actually, that's not how I feel. I don't feel relieved. And there we go. I'm just rechanneling that difficult situation again. I don't feel relieved. I feel disappointed because I feel like it's a lose-lose for the organization. Carried on my rant. And so that can happen when you have somebody who's got sour grapes and you think, I bet you're feeling bleh. Don't assume anything. Basically, if somebody who's experiencing sour grapes for whatever reason, for whatever trigger, what they really need is to be heard. And so what you need to do is make an appointment with them and sit down and ask them, how are you doing? How are things going for you? And we'll check in on that in just a second. You want to help them find the opportunity in it. So there's a series of questions that you can ask in order to get to that point where you can take somebody who's like really frustrated and angry, like I was when I resigned, and then my leader said, I bet you feel relieved. I'm like, Argh. There was an opportunity in it, but I wasn't ready to get there because I was so pissed off about it. There was definitely some piss and vinegar happening for me at that point. And I think that's the same with your people, that if you're delivering a change or a decision that they have issue with, and they've got that resentment piling up, the last thing you want to do is jump to, well, there's an opportunity here. There's a silver lining. What is it? Before they have a chance to vent. So the first step is you want to ask and don't tell. That's the first trick in dealing with your sour grapes.